Assalamu alaikum students. Our today's lecture is about the sources of the air pollutants, and this is the continuation of our previous lecture in which we have studied about the oxides of the carbon, and now we will study about the sulfur compounds. First, see the sources of the sulfur compounds. First, their natural sources, from where the naturally sulfur compound comes from. Naturally, sulfur compounds are emitted by the bacterial decay of organic matter, by volcanic gases, or by forest fire. Now the man-made sources are basically by the fossil fuel combustion. What are the fossil fuels? Fossil fuels are the coal, petroleum and natural gas. Now the fossil fuel combustion takes place in automobile engines and industrial units. 80% of the sulfur compounds are emitted by the combustion of coal and petroleum products. Now what are the effects of the sulfur dioxide? Sulfur dioxide, as it is a colorless gas but has an irritating smell. It causes suffocation, irritation, respiratory problems to asthmatic people. Secondly, sulfur dioxide, it mixes with water vapors and forms sulfuric acid. This sulfuric acid is the component of the acid rain, which may destroy the buildings and the vegetations. Now this is your diagram 14.6 from chapter number 14 and the page number 125. See this and you have to draw this diagram accurately as it is mentioned in your book. Fossil fuels that contain sulfur, when they are burnt to produce energy, the sulfur in the fuel forms oxides of sulfur as SO2 and SO3. These oxides of the sulfur then escape into the air and they are called as the air pollutants. Now the oxides of sulfur, they dissolve in water and form acid rain that falls on the earth. The next air pollutant are the nitrogen compounds, which are represented by NOx. X means the any number with oxygen atom 1, 2 or 3. First, their sources. First, their natural sources. The naturally occurring nitrogen compound is nitric oxide NO, which is formed by the direct combination of nitrogen and oxygen during the electrical lightning. The man-made sources are by the combustion of the fossil fuels. Fossil fuel is burnt in internal combustion engine, in thermal power stations and factories. The coal which is burnt in thermal power stations or factories releases too much heat, so nitrogen and oxygen directly combines and form the nitric oxide. Now how nitric oxide is formed? See from this equation. Nitrogen reacts with oxygen and forms nitric oxide. But this nitric oxide, it reacts readily with oxygen and forms nitrogen dioxide. Now see this equation. Nitric oxide reacts with more oxygen and forms nitrogen dioxide. This nitrogen dioxide, it is highly toxic gas. Now the effects of the nitrogen compounds. Nitrogen compounds which release from the thermal power stations or the factories or from the internal combustion engines, they may irritate the breathing passageway. Then these nitrogen compounds, they when absorb the water vapors, they form the nitric acid. This nitric acid, when dissolves in water, it becomes the major component of the acid rain. Now see students, figure 14.7 on page 126 of your book of chapter number 14, which shows the formation of nitric oxide and nitrogen dioxide on the combustion of the fossil fuels and causing the air pollution. First, nitrogen in the air is normally unreactive. At high temperature, it reacts with oxygen to form the oxides of nitrogen, which are NO and NO2. NO is nitric oxide and NO2 is nitrogen dioxide. These gases escapes into the air and they are called as pollutants. When the oxides of nitrogen dissolve in water and form the acid rain, they fall on the earth. Assalamu alaikum students. Today we will discuss the side informations of our chapter number 14, atmosphere. on page number 124. Here the first information is about the carbon monoxide and its effects. As we know, carbon monoxide is an air pollutant and also the highly poisonous gas. But it is colorless, having no color, and odorless, having no smell. So its presence can't be noticed. Now, what are the effects of the carbon monoxide? When carbon monoxide is inhaled, it mixes with hemoglobin within the blood and forms the carboxyhemoglobin. This carboxyhemoglobin, it hinders or stops the supply of oxygen. So when the high concentration of carbon monoxide is there, it causes headache and fatigue. If it is inhaled for a long time, then the breathing difficulties occur and ultimately the death. So it is advised not to burn in the closed places and also to switch off the coal or gas heaters before going to sleep. Now, next information on the same page number 124 is about the converters. Now, what are converters? Converters are used in automobiles so that they can convert the harmful gases into harmless substances. Now, what is the function of the converters? They are used in automobile exhaust to convert the carbon monoxide, which is an air pollutant, to carbon dioxide, which is not an air pollutant. Oxides of nitrogen, which are the cause of the air pollution, into nitrogen, which is an inert gas, and unburnt hydrocarbons into carbon dioxide and water. So in this way, when the hot gases they pass through the converters, harmful pollutants they change into the harmless substances. Now students, see on page number 127, there are some measures or the role of the government to control the pollution. Causing air pollution through the auto exhaust is almost the common air polluting act which every citizen commits daily for hours without considering its results. So government should do short-term as well as the long-term planning to preserve the natural world. Here are the few ways. The first one is the fuel must be improved by adding anti-knocking agents. Now, what is the anti-knocking agent? Knocking is basically the sound which is produced in the automobiles when the fuel or gasoline will not self-ignite. So anti-knocking agents are the chemicals which are added to the gasoline to raise the temperature and pressure of the gasoline. So this anti-knocking agent, it will self-ignite the gasoline. Engines burn fuel completely. Then automobiles should use converters for automobile exhaust, so harmful substances can be converted into harmless substances. Now, the fossil fuels cause the air pollutants because they contain the impurities in them. So government should use alternative fuels like methanol, ethanol or biodiesel, which can burn completely and are less polluting. Government should plan the carbon dioxide polluting fuels.